Larry?
All right, Sharon Epperson, thank you very much. I appreciate it. So, folks, are we nearing the economic tipping point for oil prices that Sharon described? And should President Obama tap into the strategic petroleum reserves, maybe ease pain at the pump or not? Here now we have former Shell Oil President and CEO John Hofmeister. He's founder of Citizens for Affordable Energy. And we welcome back Chris Edmonds, managing partner at EnerCap Partners. John Hofmeister, thank you for coming back on. Let me ask you this. The Strategic Petroleum Reserve, putting more reserves on the market, will that solve anything?
It won't solve anything other than a politician's soundbite. It'll be lollipops to angry children is all it is. We have enough oil in the inventory system of this country. I can't imagine a single refinery out there that is short enough of oil that they would want oil from the Strategic Petroleum Reserve unless it was severely discounted, which the taxpayers would then pay for. Look, the Cushing inventories are high. We have plenty of oil coming into the country. We don't have a shortage. Now, we have an underlying demand-supply relationship problem, which this Congress, in the past two Congresses, have done nothing, and the administration has done nothing to solve over the last 4 years.
All right, we're going to get back to that. I want to give Chris Edmonds a whack at this. Chris, do you agree with what John is saying, that there is no shortage, that there's plenty of oil on the market, particularly in the U.S., and that Strategic Petroleum Reserve, SPRO, would not be helpful at all? It would just be political grandstanding. You buy that, Chris?
Yeah, Larry, I think John's exactly right about the SPR. It makes great politics and really bad policy. At the end of the day right now, there is a lot of oil in the market. The fact is that what you see priced in here is a longer-term concern for supply and demand balance, plus the fear factor that you get in the Middle East now and all political ramifications and stability ramifications that occur if something falls after Libya. But right now, we're focused on fear, we're focused on the dollar, and we're focused on what Jason and John said and what John Hofmeister just said. The long-term reality is that we have a thirst for oil that we can't keep up with over time.
John Hofmeister, I'm reading all the bears and pessimists on blog sites. Many of them are attacking me because I want to drill to the best of our capacity. Interior Secretary Salazar out today waging war against a federal judge in Louisiana. Mr. Salazar wants to keep basically a moratorium on drilling. Moratorium on drilling at home, moratorium on drilling offshore. What is your take on this battle between Salazar and maybe the rest of the country?
Well, I think Secretary Salazar is heading up a committee to diselect the president. By not drilling domestic oil, we're going to have gasoline prices that will drive this administration right out of office in 2012. They are doing everything possible to make it very difficult for energy companies to do what they do, which is produce oil. I just got back from New Orleans. The pessimism is so deep down there, you need hip waders to walk around and talk to people. The Interior Department is out of control as far as I'm concerned, in first of all shutting down the Gulf, putting in an arbitrary and capricious decision, as Judge Feldman said, to impose the moratorium for no good reason. And how they get out of this mess is anybody's guess.
Let me go back to Chris Edmonds. Chris, question, serious question, very serious question. How many barrels of proven oil reserves does the United States have, onshore, offshore? In other words, if drilling were re-unleashed, as guys like me want them to do, how much is out there? What could be done?
Oh, Larry, I think is right now incalculable, because what we don't know is the real potential in the deep water. We know the discoveries that have been made, but we don't know how far that extends and what that could be. But millions, tens of millions, hundreds of millions, there's a lot of oil out there. And to John's point, we can do it safely. We know we can do it safely. Generally, this industry has an incredible track record of safety, notwithstanding what happened as a big anomaly in the Gulf of Mexico. We need a rational policy, not politics, but policy to help us get at that oil. The real issue isn't our dependence on oil. Our real issue is our dependence on foreign oil. And we need to drill responsibly, safely, and in a rational way. We need a policy that will let us capture the oil offshore in the Gulf of Mexico, just like we've done recently in the Bakken Shale in North Dakota and other places.
But John Hofmeister, I'm looking for a number. Proven oil, and you know what? I'll add gas, because that is a humongous number. John, proven oil and gas reserves. Would it make a difference? I think Chris is dead right. It's not that we have an oil problem, it's that we have an oil import problem. John, would it matter if production were unleashed?
Yes, it would matter a lot. And I testified 3 weeks ago in Congress to raise the target for U.S. production to 10 million barrels a day from 7. We could create 3 million new jobs. We could take all the pressure off the imports for the next several years. It would take time to produce that level, but we have the proven, the probable, and the natural resource base to produce 10 million barrels. We used to produce it. Well, oil hasn't gone away.
But
it's all still sitting there.
10 million barrels. Look, here's what the critics say, okay? And they're coming at me because I'm a drill. I'm a free market guy. I say deregulate the whole bloody sector. But, John, they're saying it wouldn't matter. The 10 million barrels, your number, that'll go out the door real fast. We'll absorb it quickly on the road and the highways with our automobiles. And anyway, it'll take 5, 6, 8 years and won't have any impact on oil prices right now. I'll give you the last word, Mr. Hofmeister, because you have a lot of experience in this. Would it impact oil prices now? Is it realistic to drill for those reserves?
It would not impact oil prices tomorrow, but over the next 6 to 12 months, it would provide relief to the market. It would also lessen the dependence on foreign imports over time. And in 2007, many of us testified, if we started drilling now, we'll have oil in 5 years. Well, every time you wait 5 years, it's another 5 years.
Right.
So let's get going now.
All right, that's a really important point. Anyway, John Hofmeister and Chris Edmonds, we